I'm going to be reviewing the Roomba 981 in this video. Here's what the Roomba 981 looks like. I just took it out of the box. It actually looks pretty nice. I've had Roombas before, but I haven't gotten one recently. The setup for the Roomba was very easy. All I had to do was plug it in for a few hours, set up the app on my phone, and get the Roomba connected to the app, and then it was ready to go. The app shows things like the battery level, sensor information, like if the dustbin is full, sensor needs cleaning, a map of the room it cleaned, what the Roomba is up to, etc. You of course don't need the app to run it, but it certainly makes it more convenient. You can start the Roomba from the app and it very quickly begins, but of course you can also start the Roomba from the button itself. On top of the Roomba, you can also see things like the battery level and things like that. So you do have options whether using the app or looking at the Roomba itself. The Roomba took 51 minutes to clean my family room and the hallway that's attached to it. It had difficulty picking up dirt on the hardwood floor near the edge of my rug. This is typical of robot vacuums, but I was hopeful that maybe it wouldn't happen this time, but it did. I personally thought the Roomba was loud, but it was tolerable. The dustbin was completely full at the end of the 51 minutes. My other robot vacuum, which is a Cordy, gets full every 10 minutes or so, so this is much better than my Cordy in that sense. The Cordy vacuum I have also does not have a dustbin sensor, so it continues vacuuming even though it's not really collecting more dirt due to the full dustbin. So I like that this vacuum has sensors so as to not waste the battery, and I know when to dump the dustbin. Also, the battery was dead at the end of the 51 minutes, but it had no trouble finding the home station to recharge. On day 2, I tried the Roomba, but this time in my kitchen. It has tile and a big rug underneath my kitchen table. It worked really well. My only complaint in the kitchen was that it kept getting stuck on the corners of my rug. Sometimes it would be able to go over the corner in the end, but sometimes it would just get stuck and I would have to fix it. But my other robot vacuums never had a problem with that corner, so I'm not quite sure what's going on or if it's just a fluke in this one time that it's been doing that. But otherwise, it worked really well. I noticed that when the dustbin is totally full, it's really hard to get everything out and into the trash without getting your hands a little dirty, so it's kind of disgusting. But when I emptied it before it was full, it was very easy for me to dump it out. So that's something that I have to keep in mind and try to avoid having it get completely full before I empty it. I have a problem with my long hair getting stuck in the brushes, unfortunately. I have a lot of robot vacuums. And then also I do have some dogs. That can cause a lot of issues with some robot vacuums. I'll take the bottom of the Roomba after a few cleaning and see what it looks like, because typically I'm going to get lots of hair tangled in the brushes, but I'm not seeing anything here. Let's try opening it up. At least on the brushes I don't see anything. Oh, I do see some hair here. Pretty easy to come out. Kind of annoying. Okay, it's pretty easy to get the hair out compared to a lot of other brushes. No hair there. So that's not bad. You're gonna have to maintain it for sure and make sure you check on it often, otherwise it'll accumulate. I do see some hair here, not much. So that's definitely not bad. A little bit of hair I think in this wheel here. But overall, it seems to be a lot better than my other Roombas. I'm happy so far. After a couple uses, it seems to be not too much hair compared to other Roombas. I did test out the spot clean. You just press the button and it spirals outward about 3 feet in diameter, and then it spirals back inward where it started, and it cleans more in depth in that area. It seemed to work pretty well, but I'll try it out again when I actually have like a mess in just one small area, which happens quite often. It's very convenient to use a Roomba for that. So I look forward to using that in the future. Before I say my overall thoughts and whether or not I think that it's worth it to purchase this Roomba, I do want to say one other thing. I did notice that it is taller than my Cordy, so it doesn't go underneath as many things as my Cordy does. I will still end up using my Cordy for going underneath different furniture that I would like to clean underneath without having to move it. After using it a few times, I'd like to now talk about my overall thoughts on this Roomba. Currently on Amazon, it's selling for $599. I bought it on Prime Day for $399. It was on sale. For me, even $399 is a stretch. So far, I'm happy with it. I especially like it for the tangle-free brushes. They call them debris extractors because I hate hair getting stuck in my robot vacuums. I also like the dustbin size and the sensors. I wish it was more quiet and slightly shorter. That way I can go underneath things easier and under more of my furniture. I think for me, I would not buy it for full price, but I'm happy with it for the sale price. And that's what Kay says.